1544. And Nitro's Garage for all your automotive needs. Call 646-675-2349. That's 646-675-2349. For all your automotive needs, Nitro's Garage. Ask for Jack. Elm Logistics for all your logistic needs. Call 631-299-3595. That's 631-299-3595. Elm Global Logistics, pride, performance, and partnerships.
All right, welcome back to Long Island's #1 pro wrestler broadcast, Monty DeFaro. So, Farrell,
Yeah.
you're getting some wrestling talk.
Yeah.
After last week, Farrell was bitching at me on the couch during WrestleMania that all we
yeah.
did was talk about Marilyn Manson last week.
Yeah, and Chris Rock. And Will Fake Smith. Yeah.
Anyway,
Go ahead.
we're going into what we call one of our special little segments,
Yeah.
head-to-head, where we're going to have Tito Santana against Cody Rhodes.
Okay.
So we'll play the video, guys, and then we'll get back to the Farrell, who will explain the rules, and we'll ask you to weigh in.
Wait a second. It doesn't have the rules. I don't remember the rules.
Yes, you do.
No, I
skills,
don't.
mad skills.
I don't remember.
Let's get ready to rumble!
You gotta write them down.
The baseball card.
I'm not gonna remember all this. You're a douchebag. You gotta leave me a list. What is...
All right.
What?
So you saw the lineup. And Farrow's going to give you
I'm
the
not.
rules of head-to-head. And
You know-
he just called me a douchebag.
Yes, I did, because he didn't leave the rules. I don't have them memorized. It's been a while since we've done this
I'm
game.
naming them to you.
No. Okay.
Wait.
Yeah, go ahead. Go
right.
ahead, since you remember them.
So
Go ahead.
the categories.
The category, there's
Mike
five.
skill-
There's five categories. Yeah, five.
Okay. Mike skills.
Well, the first one is Mike skills. Hi, Mike. Well, this is pretty obvious. Do you talk good or do you sound like a sap? There's a difference there. So, do you have Mike skills or don't you?
sell?
Yeah, do you sell or do you swell?
Matt skills.
Matt skills. Well, are you Bret Hart or are you? I don't know. Who can we make fun of this week? The guy who keeps his hands in his pockets. Oh, but he's a good wrestler. Please. Look, can you get down on the mat and do your thing very well or not? Okay, that's Matt skills. Next.
Back of the baseball card.
Back of the baseball card, one of my favorite things of all. Did you hit 186 during the regular season and then pull a 438 in the postseason?
Right.
Or are you just consistent across the board? What is the back of your baseball card? Well, it all depends. When we go head to head.
Overall influence on the industry.
Overall influence on the industry. You mean like Hulk Hogan? He had a huge influence
did.
on the industry. Or
He
Barry
did.
Horowitz,
Oh,
who
he
in
did.
his own way had a huge influence on the industry. Or was he impactful like Mel Phillips? That wasn't very impactful, was it?
Mel Phillips.
Yeah, that really doesn't do
How
it,
does
does
Mel
it?
Phillips fall into this?
I'm so strange right now. I don't know. I'm going to
What was our-
reevaluate when I
what
get
was
off
our
the
fifth-
air.
What was our fifth category?
Our fifth is It Factor.
There you go.
That, you know-
see, you do remember.
Well, this is all part of the shtick, so go with it. It Factor. That's right, folks.
what
Do you
is
ha-
it? Is that like Cousin It Factor?
Oh, I love Cousin Ed. He had It Factor. No, he did. He did. Well, you know how you're like trying to pick a wrestling show on YouTube and they're all blasé, and then you come across these two clowns? That's called It Factor, folks. Do you have It Factor or do you have Shit Factor? So that's basically the breakdown there, Mike.
All right, so first up
Yeah.
is WWE Hall of Famer Tito Santana.
Wow.
Tito Santana, former Intercontinental Champion.
Oh, yeah.
Former World Tag Team Champion.
Sure.
Main evented many
Right.
major cards.
Yeah. Oh, wasn't he like the first match in the history of WrestleMania?
That's right.
Yeah.
Against the Masked Executioner.
Who was?
Playboy Buddy Rose.
Sweet. We
Not-
do
not
remember a
bad.
few things,
We
don't
do
we?
for a bunch of old
Not
men.
bad. You.
Talk to me about your
Okay.
memories about Mr. Santana.
Tito Santana was always a foil for us because we were always rooting for the bad guys. And Tito Santana came after Pedro Morales. And they were both fantastic. Clear Hall of Fame. Boy, can Tito wrestle. Tito was such a great in-ring wrestler. Very exciting. Always filled with energy and could tell the babyface story better than pretty much anyone during his day. And he was very beloved. Tito's the man. And a great guy, too.
He's a
you
great
know?
guy.
And he shares good fucking lines.
It's funny. It's funny when you were talking
Oddly
about
enough.
Tito being the foil for us.
He always was.
He became the new Pedro Morales
He did.
for us.
He
right?
did. And there's nothing, it's just factual. Pedro was a huge draw for the Latin community in New York, and Tito always obviously was too. And after Pedro, Tito took that mantle up. And you know what, though? Across the board, Tito was beloved by everybody. What a great babyface. What a great wrestler.
So you spoke about people that didn't win the heavyweight title. Mm-hmm. Tito Santana.
He could have been one. Could
Could he have carried the mantle for the WWE?
I don't know. I mean, in those days, Vince was clearly wise to select Hogan and run with it. I mean, what are we going to say?
Jimmy Finger
Well, what a
says right
tremendous
now
supporting cast.
he'd give it to Tito by a hair, but Cody could have surpassed him in 3 months. Well,
This
we're
is
not
going to
there
be
yet.
very interesting.
All right,
to
so
tell you the
thoughts
truth.
on Cody Rhodes. Now, you certainly have upgraded your opinion about Cody Rhodes since
happy
his
about his
appearance on
return.
WrestleMania. Sure.
Yeah.
So share your thoughts on Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes, it's interesting, too, for those of us who have a long memory. Right before Cody Rhodes left the WWE, there was a short time period where fans were chanting for him and wanted him to get a bigger push. Oddly enough, he was instantly transformed into Stardust. Right after that, I remember this, where fans were rooting for Cody and starting to get loud in support for him, and boom, he's Stardust. I never forgot that, and I knew that when Cody left, it was for artistic reasons. It wasn't because of his relationship with Vince. It wasn't because of anything other than he wanted to go further in the wrestling world on the card. And he felt that he was worth more than what he was being given. He was right. And Vince, to his credit, said, okay, young stallion, go spread your wings. And I bet you this conversation did happen. Go spread your wings.
Stinger says,
Show us what you got.
Stinger says,
And now
Tito
he's back.
is worldwide. Cody
Careful
only
now.
with the marks.
Well, I don't know if I can necessarily agree with that. I understand why somebody would say that. I do think that Cody Rhodes has done enough across the globe at this point now that people know who he is.
Mitch Seinfeld says he doesn't care for Cody's net tattoo.
Who would?
That
It's
is
rough.
the worst piece of crap.
It's the placing of it.
You
It's
think
like, geez,
like,
dude.
why did I do this? Like, once he got it done, he goes, I thought it was a good
I
idea.
have to be
Oops.
honest, though. It's so
Oops.
identifiable, though. I mean, with him, I don't think it's actually hurting his image at all. In some strange way, I think it's actually
All right,
enhancing it.
so let's compare both.
This is weird,
okay?
but
So let's start with
yeah.
mic skills.
Mic skills. I think Cody Rhodes has better mic skills than Tito Santana.
Flat out.
Yeah.
By a long shot?
Yeah.
By 10 links?
He's got him.
I agree.
He's got him.
I agree.
He's got him.
Tito, not that he was a bad talker. He just was a
No,
talker.
Tito was sufficient. He was sufficient. Cody goes beyond that. Cody's very good on the mic.
All right, very good.
He is.
Matt's-
And that developed since he's been gone, by the way.
Yep.
Go ahead. What do we
Matt
got?
skills.
Matt skills, I'm going to have to give this to Tito Santana.
Very good. I'm going to agree with
I
you.
have to give this to Tito Santana. Tito Santana is more fluid than Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is excellent at what he does, but Cody Rhodes is at a certain speed. And I'm actually glad, because that means there's no cartwheel fest. Cody
Right.
Rhodes' style is physical but methodical, if
Right.
that makes any sense.
No, makes sense.
Tito Santana was exciting, fluid. He could do the mat thing. He could punch. He could throw. He could. Oh, man. Tito Santana definitely wins the mat battle. Okay? What's next? You want to go with back of the baseball card?
Let's go with back of the baseball
Because
card.
they each have one apiece right now, too. Jeff, do us a favor, because we're kind of like old and stuff. Make sure that we keep the score right so we don't proclaim the wrong
Well, we're
winner.
1-1 right now,
Thank
right?
you. We're at 1-1 now. Jeff is just like, geez, I got to count for these bozos? Sorry, Jeff. Okay, back of the baseball card. I got to go with Tito.
I say Tito by a long shot.
Yeah, I gotta
It's
go
a
with
long
Tito.
shot. It's not even close.
No, I don't think so. Not yet. But once Cody finishes what he's going to do here, and I'm talking about his full body of work with Vince, I think that will be
All right, so
someday
Tito,
Cody.
Tito
But right
two-
now, Tito.
Tito 2-1.
Yeah,
right?
2-1 Tito.
Okay, next up.
Impact on the industry. I'm giving this to Cody Rhodes. Already at his young age. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Come on. He's the architect of the biggest competitor to Vince McMahon in decades. Cody Rhodes has done quite a bit. And I think we both believe that he will do quite a bit more behind the scenes with Vince, with NXT and things down the road.
James Earl says, what? Arriba!
Yeah. Well,
I'm going to go with you on that.
yeah, Cody Rhodes is
2-2.
Cody Rhodes is a game changer and is proving it right now.
All right, so this is it now. The it factor.
It factor. I'm going with the current version of the American Nightmare.
Wow, I can't do that. You
I'm
can't.
going with the American Nightmare. Listen, man, the American Nightmare just came off of a singles match bigger than anything at WrestleMania. I got to go with Cody.
I'm gonna disagree with you.
He's also had huge matches in New
Tito
Tito
Santana. Number one was a face his entire career, which is unheard of. Very short.
It factor.
Charisma.
It factor. I'm going with Cody.
Knows Tito
Looks like
Santana.
we have a draw this time. We agree to disagree.
Everybody knows Tito Santana. Well, I'm going to see if I can convince you otherwise.
I'm not going to change my mind on this.
Everybody knows Tito Santana. Was a face. Never had to change his persona.
No, I'm not changing.
Ever.
I'm not changing my.
He translated not only into WWE, but he was very popular in AWA.
I got
very
you.
popular in NWA.
I've got you. I understand all of that, and I know this much: when Cody rose up this past weekend on that platform, I'm sorry, but that's never been that way for Tito.
Jimmy Finger says, "I'm with Farrell. Let's face it, guys.
Cody
Tito's
Rhodes.
presentation was boring."
Yeah,
we already talked about Mike's skill.
Factor.
Jimmy, you're misunderstanding
No. It factor is it factor. We know what it factor is. It factor is your aura and your charisma and your overall package and presentation. And I'm sorry, when that kid, who's now a man, rose up on that platform, he just solidified everything that he's been up to for the last 5 years. No, that's a star.
Stinger says Cody wrestled in front of 900,000 fans. Tito's wrestled in front of millions.
That's true too. I'm not going to argue that. Look, again, we're
An
arguing
it factor
about
would be
two incredible wrestlers.
If both
okay,
were retired,
right,
and there was a line. It would be going. Listen,
right. Can we let Cody's career play out before we get him retired, sitting next to Tito?
He's been around for a while now.
Yeah, and he's about to go into the biggest portion of his career.
He's about to be fed to the head of the table.
He's about to make you so miserable. Boy, you're going to be crying.
Let me tell you something.
And it wasn't going to happen yet.
I'll ask the fans out there, just weigh in right now. Will the WWE even venture and allow Cody Rhodes to hold their title, or are they going to allow Roman Reigns to run this out to Hollywood to wrestle The Rock?
Well, that makes sense. That may happen first. But let me ask you this, universe, Monty and the Pharaoh universe. Do you really think that Cody Rhodes is not going to be following through on promising you, me, himself, and the memory of his father the world championship? You really think that's not going to happen?
That might be the only advantage
that is going to happen. It's a matter of when. Cody Rhodes will make good on that promise. Vince wouldn't let him go out there and say it. It's already been discussed in the back. Cody Rhodes will become world champion in the memory of his father at some point. It's going to happen.
Almighty One says Tito Santana, El Matador sucked.
Yeah, lousy.
But
how dare you compare the American Tattoo?
But he beat the Undertaker.
Arriba!
He beat the Undertaker.
That's
and
true.
I can't wait till Tito and Greg are sitting on that fucking couch because I'm going to tell him you chose Cody Rhodes over him. You fool! You're gonna get. You're
wait
in
a
trouble.
second. You bring up head-to-head, and I give you a statistical breakdown on my opinion, and you're going to make it like a tattletale thing?
I'm going to tattle on
No, Tito! He says you smell and don't use the right deal. You are so lame.
You rat.
You are
I wouldn't be good in the mob.
Rat Fink, yeah.